I hope this works. I don't even know where to begin. Something that I haven't really told you guys, or really not very many people about yet, is that my car is broken. Long story short, I took a drive. We were actually driving with a bunch of the guys, and I hit a pretty intense dip, and I messed up something in my suspension, and it's making this weird metallic knocking sound. We have a sneaking suspicion that it has something to do with the shock mount on the air strut, but I don't know for sure. That's what we're going to be looking at today. But before we get into that, I'm going to take you guys on a drive so that we can see if you can hear what I hear. Let's take a look. Basically, long story short, I'm getting a weird hard metal to metal knock coming from the rear passenger suspension. Like I mentioned earlier, we're thinking it's probably something to do with either a broken shock mount. That would be, I guess, the easiest thing, or worst case scenario would probably be a completely broken strut. But that's what we're going to discover today. We're not going to take apart anything. We're going to lift the car, take off the wheel, and then look at the suspension and see if we can find anything that maybe might be loose. Hopefully, wishful thinking, but we'll see. I'll bring you along as we go along through the process. So this is the problem side, and at first we might have thought that it was the wheel because it hadn't been torqued down, but now it's definitely not the wheel. It's got to do something with the suspension inside. So we're gonna lift the car up, take off the wheel, take a look at everything underneath. So do me a favor, rattle the caliper the way that you were doing, so that we can. Yeah. Oh, careful. So we're thinking that's the culprit right there, and you know what is? I feel the top of it.
Yeah.
The bushing is all messed up here. Interesting.
Might be the thing.
Yeah, because at first this part here looked like it was stuck in here, but now it came down. This bushing is definitely weird though, for sure. Other than that, I don't see too much else wrong with it. At least I don't think. Then again, I also don't really know much about what I'm looking at. Well, that sucks, but at the same time it was very valuable because we needed to know what was wrong with the car. Now we know what's wrong with the car, which means now we can move forward. If it was an airlift part, I think that they do a lifetime limited warranty, but this isn't an airlift part, this is a Ford part. So I think now is when we, as car enthusiasts, upgrade to a better part. So I'm looking at Justita. We'll see. Hopefully I can find some good deals on the collars. But fast forward a week and a trip to Detroit, and I finally have the correct part. Now let's go ahead and take the car over to Max's house and see if we can get it taken care of.
My drills, my batteries.
We're finally gonna fix the car, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll
We'll
see.
try.
Imagine that's not the issue.
Nah, it's gonna be. It has to be.
You know what this thing needs bad though? A damn wash. When I compared what mine looks like to the new one, this silver ring right here is completely blown up.
Oh yeah, that's
on,
what broke.
on the other one over there.
All this outer lip right here is cracked too.
Yeah.
That's how this came out.
Isn't that crazy? Back for those bolts, huh?
We don't have a torque wrench.
Well, no, but you can judge it based on your strength, no?
Based on what?
Based on your strength, your arm strength.
Yes.
So this is what it looks like. The cracked one. Oh, hold up. I guess I should probably start by showing you this. This is the new one. This is mine. So the bushing completely comes out of it. Wow, I almost dented my car. Bushing completely comes out of it. It's not supposed to do that. The top lip right here is completely cracked, which allowed the silver, I guess you can call it like a gasket or whatever, allowed the silver ring to bust out, which in turn allows the bushing to come out. So no bueno. No bueno. So Max,
So since this broke, this comes out and that allows everything to pop up. That's why you were getting that play.
is that what that play is
Yeah.
from? Okay, and that's strong enough to make that knocking sound
Oh
that you
yeah,
were hearing?
that's metal to metal making contact.
Okay. Well, garbage.
I wonder if there was a washer.
I think that's what the silver ring is, no?
No. Up over this. Well, there isn't because
Yeah, because
if there
then
was, it would have been still with the bolt.
yeah.
So what we're doing here is we have the pliers with the towel around the shock so it doesn't move, because when you turn this and you try tightening it, this whole thing will want to spin. So you have to hold it down so that way you see how it spins. The bolt, so you have to hold it down, that way it doesn't all spin together. I learned that on YouTube.
My car didn't want to start this morning.
That fucking Mustang batteries suck, man.
Dude. Like, I was surprised it actually cranked. Thankfully, it cranked. But it was like...
Get the bolts in.
So the impact gun didn't work here, huh?
No,
To
we
take
didn't need
off?
it. We didn't need it. Thought we were gonna need it.
And just like that, with a little bit of a bicep torque wrench skills.
It's torqued to like 17 pounds. I don't need it.
No, that shit has to be torqued to like 60.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, I thought you said
No,
17,
no, it says 60.
60, 70.
Whatever it's supposed to be at, that's what it's torqued.
So even on one of these collars, for example, because you hear people talking about being able to replace the bushing, but in our case that wouldn't be true because the bushing is sealed by what looked like a washer encased by a lip, right? So in our case, we wouldn't just be able to replace the bushing, we have to replace the whole collar.
I think in some cases maybe the bushing just goes out, but I don't see how. Maybe there's a special tool that we don't know about. Again, we're not mechanics, but
That's true. Look at our assortment of tools here. We're using the freaking jack handle as leverage.
what's wrong with that?
It works, but it's not the right
Perfectly fine.
tool.
It's only 100 degrees out here, you know.
No big
Fucking
deal.
deal. I got a cameraman and I got fucking all the work, you know.
Okay, so the sound is completely gone, thankfully. Like, I can steer and I can hit different roads and it doesn't shake anymore like it did. So that's good.